Good morning, everybody. How's everybody this morning? And what have I forgotten to do? Well, here we are again. I'm ranking up Achilles over there again. Basically applying former to him. Let's hope Restream behaves itself. If we get a split and you're on Twitch, you should be okay. If we get an interruption and you're on YouTube, yeah, it does restart the stream on YouTube. It doesn't quite continue it in a smooth fashion, which is really weird because it used to. Nope, you're not going to come out and say hello. Well, today, at some point, I should be able to make Mastery rank 18 because Citrine will finish building, and then I've got a couple of weapons to rank up with it. But right now, let's get you, young man, ranked up. And, hang on. There we go. Just wondering what happened to the sound. Which means I am running various quests, and I'm wondering whether to do Helene. Yeah, we'll do Helene. Shouldn't there be a grave on Helene? Because spelled that way, that's French, isn't it? So you don't actually pronounce the H, it would be Helene.
The enemy is at our doorstep. You must defend our equipment until reinforcements arrive.
You'd think they'd clone something a little less ugly.
Oops, I always get the wrong door here for some reason. Let's go open up the various...
Reinforcements are inbound. Hold the line.
containers. And I think that's everything except for the one that's nearest. Yeah, there should be one. Oh, no. Alright. Light mode it is. It's kind of amusing to me. I was just thinking about this earlier. When I first started the game, it was all machine guns and this sort of thing, pistols. Then I found melee and realized, oh my goodness, this is effective. And for the longest time, I've arguably, make the emphasis on that word, specialized in melee combat. My favorite Warframe was the Gauss, which, in my experience so far, has been my best melee. I know, people say that there are better. I happen to like it. It's a personal thing. And here I am, doing something completely different. I'm back to machine guns primarily. More on that in a second. Flight mode, depending heavily on an ability.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave?
And not only am I relying on machine guns, I'm relying on machine pistols. Now you may think, what? So? And it's like, yeah, because machine pistols as a concept are terrible. They don't work. They're flashy, they're clever, but they don't actually work. And that does colour my perceptions and gameplay. It's like, what, machine pistols? I won't use machine pistols. Machine pistols are terrible. Because in reality, they mostly are. There is one machine pistol I can think of that actually works quite well, and that is the Czechoslovakian Scorpion. All the others that I can think of really don't work, except in movies, where, yeah, you know, granted they look cool. With Stalker. Never. But nonetheless, here I am, relying heavily on machine pistols. And yeah, that's a weird thing for me.
Move and strike. We have to win this.
Is ready, unless you can handle more of the enemy. Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
Excuse me a moment. And the reason I'm running Elaine, by the way, is build up my stocks of Orokin cells.
Extraction is ready, unless you can handle more of the enemy. Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
So this today is really just a bit of fun. I don't have any specific goals apart from ranking out the killies, which I think this will be my last time doing. I think this is the 3rd or 4th time I've done it.
I will consider what I've learned from this skirmish.
Might try a few more steel parts. Actually, I really could do some more of the steel part. I do want to get this up to the point where I can run steel path like I run, sort of like I run regular. But I do really need more damage. But we'll see how it works. I did try Saya's visions on the steel path yesterday. It actually worked okay, but there is no doubt that I need a heck of a lot more damage to be effective. But I'm going to try a few bits and see what happens. Yeah, today really is trying to justify the title. And obviously when I say the most enjoyable Warframe to run is, and then in the description say Titania Prime, that's a personal thing. You're welcome to disagree with me. It's subjective, not objective. If I enjoy this and somebody else doesn't, that's perfectly fine. I don't expect my ridiculous pronouncements about the game to be applicable to anybody except myself. And I'm free to change my mind.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting? Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
Anybody wants another Tauron strike?
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?
Everyone seems to be done for now.
Last of them. Objective is secure. Let's
There you go, Achilles. Oh, I've got another dread blueprint. I don't understand that comment in there. Hey, Jerry, how are you doing? Good to see you. I'm just shooting things up, because why not? Right, now, what did I have on him? I had fetch. I had... what was it? It was... Ooh. Could use putting that on there. It was not too bad, actually. I have certainly had worse days. Oh, now I want to now I'm looking at actually putting more on here because I would like to get some of this other stuff on here. You know what? I am going to... Let's see. What should I put on? The logical one to put on would be another Vazarin.
Operator,
I think I can get away with that.
Laughing at my jokes.
Yeah, no, actually it was
Adapt.
well, I spent half a day streaming as usual. And as you realize, I did the whole narcissistic "it's my birthday, please say happy birthday to me" thing last night. I couldn't resist. Ooh. Ah, that would be a useful thing to put on. So I tell you what, I am going to put on a Vazarin. And I was 60. The big 6-0. Which is kind of funny to think. How on earth did I get to 60, for goodness sake? Drat. I can't quite get fetch on there. I think with this... How many former have I put on? 4. I have spent a lot of time and effort on you, Achilles. I hope you appreciate this. Yeah. It has to be said, kind of strange to realize I'm 60. My grandfather was only about 9 years older than me when he died.
It's early where Nora is, and as she wipes the sleep from her eyes, she wonders,
Oops.
does the Unum ever...
Was he 8 or 9 years old? I can't remember whether he was 68 or 69. But no, you know what? As much as it is tempting to do Sanctuary, Elaine is actually more immediately useful. It's boring, but it's still fun for me. And in case I hadn't said it, Jerry, thank you again for the invite to Soulframe. I have actually been enjoying that.
Our position has been compromised. Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
I am now seriously considering getting the Founders Pack, just so that I can be involved at an early stage. Maybe I'll do it as a birthday present to myself. Oh dear. And my family has a habit
We are
on
ready.
both sides, actually, of just hanging on far longer than we have any right to. Yeah, my father is 91 this year. Still living. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of getting. And to be honest with you, I am thinking of it as sort of funding the development. It's not for any particular advantage. It's in a way just to have that involvement, you know? And then, of course, the other game that I hope to get in on really early is Black Frost this year. We don't have a release date for that. Not even for the pre-release. I think everybody's opened everything up. Oh, I forgot this one. I always forget this one. Come over here, Achilles. Thank you. With your 90% chance of opening it. Ah, yeah. I didn't even know there was an Excalibur Prime until recently. I do have a I do honestly wonder about the longevity that I might experience with it, but
Let's go.
which is why I haven't immediately gone ahead and gotten the Founders Pack. Plus, Christmas was slightly expensive. I have actually seen an Excalibur Prime once in the game. I thought it was a Excalibur Umbra, but somebody else pointed out, no, that's Excalibur Prime.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more of the enemy.
We're all gonna run after one round.
That's the last of them. Objective is secure. Let's go home.
There's a lot to like about it. I think I've stated this during one of my live streams. One of my biggest fears is that it's going to get compared. One of my biggest fears about Warframe is it's going to get compared with other fantasy games like
The Grineer have no honor.
Skyrim, and it very clearly isn't Skyrim. Now, it's a little bit unreasonable to expect it to be Skyrim. It's different developers, and there's only so far they can go. So I hope they double down on the game and make it essentially like Warframe, in that, you know, there's so much to do in Warframe. It keeps you going for ages. Mind you, you can say the same about Skyrim, and I haven't played Skyrim. I kind of wish I did, but it's a bit late to get in, and I've got enough games I'm playing for live streaming anyway, so it doesn't give me a huge amount of time to play other games. Yeah. I get the feeling, actually I get a funny feeling. I played the Pathless before I got frustrated with it, simply because one of the boss fights was such a pain in the neck. I got tired of even trying to finish it. But the thing about the Pathless is it's got a great atmosphere. It's got a fantastic atmosphere. And I think I said at one point, and you know, that it felt like an environment just waiting for a game. And I get a similar feel from Warframe. It's got a great environment. There's a lot to like about it. I do love the way you get the feeling of you know, it's a living world. You know, birds and insects and animals and all this kind of thing. I don't mind. I actually kind of like the focus that you're some sort of druid, almost protector of the environment type of thing. I like that. But I can't help but feel that it's an environment waiting for more of a game than is currently there in terms of interaction. One of the things I kind of think is a little bit weird that makes it feel funny is I did just for the fun of it, I did an ASMR live stream featuring Warframe on Sunday. And, you know, it looks nice, the ambient sounds are nice, very relaxing. But what you can't tell is that within a couple of 100 meters, there's half a dozen enemy soldiers. Say a couple of 100 meters, yeah. If I turned the view around, I think you could see certainly 2 or 3 out of the enemy just standing around. And I can't help but feel that there ought to be more of involvement of your enemy, and I mean in terms of they would be patrolling. Why aren't they patrolling? I would like to see more of a feel like, yeah, you're really dealing with an invading enemy rather than targets just sitting around some village waiting to be shot at. But that might be asking too much for the game engine, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it would change the game in point of view of the nature of it, but it would add to that alive feeling. You've got an invading army there who are actively trying to hold, you know, keep control of the area they've taken over. Oh, right, okay. So I haven't played. My criticism then is therefore potentially invalid. I want to have this feeling that there is more of a purpose for their presence than we see.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting? Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
Yeah, I think, yeah, it would. I mean, I can sort of see that, you know, maybe early game that would be a little difficult. And you have, I don't think I've seen, have I? I don't think I've seen any actual inhabitants. So the land feels like it's completely empty of people. I mean, you know, non-combatants. Are there non-combatants in the game? You know, you just come across these little settlements that have the enemy in them, and that's it. You got, I mean, yes, you got animals to rescue, which is nice. You know, no problem with that. That's kind of cute. Where's the human inhabitants or non-combatant inhabitants who are as much victims as the landscape? Or have they just been conveniently all wiped out? But as I think I've said in the past, you know, it's very, very early days. So, you know, anything I say should be taken with a grain of salt. And for all I know, they've mentioned it in dev streams, and then people will say, well, why don't you watch the dev streams? And then I've got to explain why I don't watch dev streams. And one of the things, of course, that makes...
Reinforcements available.
Oh, right, okay. So I need to give them time. One of the great things about this game is when you go to Venus or Earth, you go to Cetus or you go to Fortuna, and you get the sense of people, citizens who do have lives outside of your particular activities. That's a good one. If you go to, you know, Earth and you go to Cetus, it looks really good the way they've done it. Or you go to, not so much Deimos, but, you know, you go to Fortuna, get the same thing. Yeah, I would like to see more of that. I remember playing one game. What was it? Jeopardy, I think it was. No, some of the other subscribers requested that I play something, and it's a nice looking game. It was a great looking game, but the interactions felt wooden, as though all the people you were interacting with were just statues until you specifically talk to them.
The enemy is at our doorstep. We must defend our equipment until reinforcements arrive.
Grineer prey on the weak, but we prey on the Grineer.
Oh. I forgot that I had equipped Achilles with the...
Readying reinforcements. Keep fighting, Tenno.
Come on, open that one for me. Thank you. You want to open the other one for me? Yeah, it's... Like I say, I mean, I am being overly critical for a game that I have repeatedly, I think, said is in very early release. It's not in very early release. It's just very, very early. Yay. I mean, there's some potentially great stuff. Last night I accidentally stumbled into the siege of a fort. Which I had to abandon for reasons. I died. That was an interesting one. I like that idea. I like the fact that that happened. I hope we don't end up with a dungeon crawl after dungeon crawl. Dungeon crawling is, I know, a very traditional fantasy thing. I don't want the whole game basically devolve into procedurally generated dungeon crawls. That's not as much fun. Hopefully, you know. The other thing I do find profoundly irritating is the traditional fantasy trope, which we get here, I will grant you, the breaking of chests and barrels. Oh no, please. You spend all your time. I do wish there was an alternative to that to get resources.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting? Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
I mean, I hope they have a trading system. Do we have a trading system at the moment? I don't think we do we? Oh, yes, that would be... Yes, give us fishing. Please don't give us mining. Fishing would be good, though. I was about to say, and give us hunting, but given your role, I'm not sure hunting would necessarily be a good fit. It's going to be interesting to see what they implement for dojo type stuff, if they do. Like I say, I ought to watch the dev streams, but I don't like watching dev streams because, yeah, oh, maybe I'll just stop doing that then, because I find it irritating. I'll probably stop doing that then. I didn't realize. I kind of thought, oh, you know, it's like most fantasy games. It's necessary. Yeah, we'll see. Hope they optimize the game engine a bit too.
Extraction is ready. unless you can handle more of the enemy. Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
Who's got the hydroid? Okay. I've never played those games, and I probably never will, especially if Warframe continues to develop. I've got my fantasy game. Yeah, I'm not sure about. Yeah, I got to try out a flaming sword during part of the, oh, what's the name of it? Not Rampant Stag. You know the one I'm talking about. Now that mission, what's it called? Not the Rampant Stag. What's it called? It's the first. I say it's the first one. It's the first quest I did. Ooh, I was irritated at the end of that.
Extraction is ready, unless you can handle more of the enemy.
What was it called?
Continue to defend.
I'll find out in a minute. Oh, I've got a Tauron strike. Yay. That irritated me. No, you've gone to all this trouble, and the stag just treats you like crap. And the evil whatever she was, yes, okay, she was sort of, I don't know, taken over, influenced, whatever. Oh no, instant forgiveness. And you, no, you, the heroine, hero, whichever. Nah. What do you get? Suspicion and distrust. Yeah, I was very tempted to try and shoot him, just to see what would happen for that. I mean, as a way of establishing your bona fides, what you go through to sort of free the stag and his best friend. Yeah. Ooh. Do we have a visitor? I meant to, yeah, definitely a jerk.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?
Well, so far, Restream seems to be behaving itself. Thank goodness for that.
Very impressive, Tenno. You held them all back. Time to get out of here.
There you go, Achilles. I think that's about enough for you now. Is this peak Warframe? Oh no, that's in squad. Alright, let's get you configured. Let's see. What was I going to stick on? Oh, fetch, of course. And what else was I going to put on? Oh, wait a moment. There was...
Operator, I've run
I wanted to
diagnostic
put on here.
regressions. All systems nominal. You don't need to thank me.
Calculated redirection. Oh, come on, there was something I wanted to put on here. Hasten deflection? Alright. There we go. That'll work for now. Right, what am I doing? Okay, I don't think I've got anything else I can immediately, can I? Nope. That I do want to kick up. Right, what am I doing now?
Excellent armaments, Operator. Please return covered in blood. Safe and sound. Not sure I've got anything that I can upgrade, have I? No, not there. No. And there's nothing I can do with this, because I think I've got everything for now. Yeah, I don't necessarily want these, do I? I'll worry about that later. But yeah, it'll be fascinating to see how the whole thing progresses. But talking about fascinating things to see how they progress, it's going to be Black Frost, of course. That's the other game I stream at 9 a.m. in case anybody's wondering. So yeah, 3.5 hours. Yeah, that's going to be fascinating. Right, before I continue whatever it is I'm going to do next, I will take a quick break and be right back. So, yeah, no, Black Frost, which I'm sure you know, Jerry, but others may not. Black Frost is the sequel to The Long Dark. And The Long Dark is, for my money, literally, the best survival game I think out there. I mean, I haven't tried them all, but I've tried Green Hell and I've tried The Village. Not The Village. Can't remember what it is. I don't want to see, and while I would recommend them as games, they don't. After playing The Long Dark, I don't want to play things like Green Hell. I'm just going to try something on the Steel Path. The Forest, yes, that's the one. They look good, they play nicely. I don't like them. And that's just a personal thing. If I were to write a review of the game, I would write a positive review and then express why I'm not going to continue playing it, or do my best to express it. The Long Dark doesn't look as good. To me, it plays much better.
What am I doing? Oh, grief. It's, not sure. Yeah, this is... So, what I don't want to see is the Long Dark devolving, going away from... so let me start that again. I don't want Black Frost to go away from what they've established with the Long Dark. So I don't want, you know, building huts and this sort of thing. But strangely, one of my other concerns is the game engine. Because it uses the Unreal, and presumably Unreal 5. And I've got mixed feelings about Unreal, the Unreal game engine. Some of the games I've played with it have some odd things about frame rates. Although hopefully that's the developers more than it is anything else. But they look the same. That is slightly weird, and I can't put my finger on what it is about them that feels off. The games I've played that use it are, I think, Aloft, which has frame rate issues last time I checked. Stone Simulator. Yes, there's a game called Stone Simulator. It's hilarious. Prologue, go way back. And there's this look, both Stone Simulator and Prologue, go way back, have this look to them, which is, it looks on the surface very good, and then you get this feeling that there's something just weird about it. When you compare the environment of, say, Warframe, which I think is the best looking game in terms of the environment, and then you compare it with Prologue, go way back. Warframe looks much better, feels much better, gives you a much better feeling for the environment. Now, I will grant you, Prologue, go way back is in pre-release. Paid pre-release, I might add, but anyway.
Enter the conduit now.
Where's the conduit gone?
Hurry, Hunter! The conduit is closing fast!
Yeah, see, to me, The Long Dark is a horror game. It's just, yeah. You do get this creeping sense of doom playing the game. So I don't, yeah, so like I say, I have concerns. I mean, it's too much to expect, but they could... I don't know, I'm going to have to wait and see. I haven't seen, and I've deliberately stayed away from looking at the trailer, because trailers are marketing. And marketing in video games, I've talked about before. I don't trust marketing and video games.
Yes, and I've explained this. There is actually a solid reason why the marketing does not necessarily match the gameplay. There really is. And it simply comes down to the fact that the marketing, developing the marketing materials, they don't have time to wait for the gameplay. So the look and feel you get from the marketing is probably not going to be a reliable depiction of the game itself, and this is actually quite understandable, but it just means that I don't therefore watch marketing trailers.
Data conduit is open.
It's also the reason I don't watch dev streams, because dev streams are as much marketing as they are anything else. However, I'm sure that the devs who do the dev streams are being, I would assume they're being honest about what they intend, but it's not the same as the actual game, is it? So I don't watch them anymore. I judge the game based on, oh, this is what I've got. It's great, it's terrible, it's whatever. Why am I doing this again? Oh, fun. Yeah. No, the other thing is I'm an old cynic. Yeah, sorry, but I am. I play a game
Proceed immediately.
because I enjoy it as is, and cynicism is very fine when you're dealing with sales and marketing, but it's entirely possible, by the way, that it gets in the way of some basic appreciation for stuff, like dev streams. think I'm gonna go and try Covania. Sorry, 1999. Trying to get my Warframes disinfected, debugged, whatever. I spent a career where if I wasn't directly involved with sales and marketing, I was supporting sales and marketing. It does leave you somewhat jaded, I'm afraid. I once had an idea about doing before I settled on live streaming, about doing a series of relatively short videos on taking a critical look at the marketing or sales for certain particularly for mobile games, comparing the advertising with the actual gameplay and the gross misrepresentation that goes on. It got depressing just how bad it was. So I thought, you know what, I don't need this negativity in my life. I'm not going to do it. Having said that, I might revisit the idea at some point. It's mobile ads and the games that they advertise are dreadful. I mean, you could say technically it's true, but they manage to misrepresent stuff so badly. You know, anytime something says, oh, you know, it's free to play, there's no ads, you don't have to go online, that's technically true, maybe, and yet not entirely. In fact, it's so entirely not true.
The conduit is open. Our experiment moves to a new zone.
You know, what was the game? Oh, Royal Match, I think it's called. Yeah, that's gotten a lot. That's had celebrity endorsements and everything else. Oh, I played the game. It's a perfectly reasonable pattern matching game. If you like Candy Crush, that kind of thing, it's perfectly reasonable. Although it's significant, I don't have it installed on anything anymore. But the way they portray the game in the ads, compared with how it actually is misleading. It's a form of dishonesty. With all due respect to King, who, you know, make a lot of money from their stable of games. Well, no, that was one of the points I was going to talk about, because I can arguably see how they get away with it. The first thing you got to bear in mind is they will certainly run those ads by their legal departments. And they would probably argue we are demonstrating aspects of the game, which would be true. But they're trying to make it look like that is more of the game than it really is. So Royal Match is the example that comes to mind immediately. Whoa.
A data conduit is open. Go now.
I have not seen that particular. Where's the conduit, and do I care?
Hunter, you are running out of time.
Yeah, I don't care.
Enter the data conduit.
Stop yelling at me. You know what? I think I'm going to collect my ill-gotten gains.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on without you.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I've got a Cora blueprint. I don't have the Quartus suppository. Sorry, depository scheme. Huh. So Citrine will be ready in a couple of hours, and I've got its signature weapons, I think, available. So I should be able to get up to level 18. Probably today. But Cora. Oh, I've got the chassis, and oh. They need Kavat. Wow. They don't need much. That's a different one. I don't have the Cora blueprint. Wow, you... Excuse me a second. I am just going to check up this. So I had not looked at this. Oh, I see. It has a Kavat companion. Blueprint. Oh. Well, I've just come up with a reason for running the normal Sanctuary onslaught. I mean, that's interesting. It's interesting only in that it has a Kavat companion, and that's why you need the genetic code sequences. Oh, great. I remember getting the... Oh. They're a pain in the bottom. Is there a Cora Prime? There is a Cora Prime. And it's vaulted. Because of course it's vaulted. And I don't have anything vaguely to do with that, do I? No. Something like that, yeah. She has a Kavat companion, which is interesting, to be honest with you. What have I got that I am... Oh, I see. Oh yeah, I need... need some... Wow. The basics I just use for ranking up. Wow, that's... Do I have Zodian? Do I have a blueprint for that? I do. Look at that. And... okay. It's useful to know. Always worth going through and having a look and seeing what you might need. Yeah. So I think between citrine and I think I've got the citrine weapons, which are none of those, obviously, and I need to consider getting rid of some of those. I don't use them. Yeah, do I really need to keep the ambassador?
Foundry items ready to claim, operator.
Do you know what? I thought there were 2 weapons that accompanied... Oops. No, I thought there were 2 weapons that accompanied citrine. The Chlorophyll was one. What was the other one? Let me have a little look here. Okay, crafting, trivia. I could have sworn there was 2 weapons that accompanied the citrine. But maybe I'm wrong. Let me have a little look here. Yeah, citrine's heavy scythe. I could have sworn there was another one. Oh, that's only 9,000 points. I thought there had another weapon that I could use, but apparently I don't. I could have sworn I had something else. Well, and I have no idea why I have that. How many points do I need to rank up? $10,000. So I need, actually, yeah, citrine and chlorophyll and that sword, and yeah, I'll be ranked up to level 18. So I can do that. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I am going to equip that and then not use it and then rank it up. I don't know if Nikana is worth having. Yeah. I'll pop that on there. I don't know, is the Nikana any good? Not really, no. It doesn't look like it. This is the point at which I just say auto install and gives you a reasonable idea, because they tend to favor damage. That's not fantastic. But I will leave it on there just for fun, rank it up, which I will do right now, probably by not actually using it. And yeah, when when you compare it with something like Gunson, yeah, it's not fantastic. But that will give me 3,000 points, and then I will be ready later on today. Is the Nikana any good? Oh, there is a Nikana Prime, I think. Is there? No, Nikana Prime is vaulted. Of course it is. What do they say about it? Oh, it's aware. Oh, actually, I do need it for the Dragon Nikana, if it's not vaulted. Oh, I can buy it on the market. Okay, that might actually be worth pursuing.
Operator, a communication awaits your attention.
Okay, so Dragon Nikana. Alright, what have we got? Oh, thank you, Jerry. Oh, that's very kind of you, mate. Thank you so much. Oh, I am all overcome. That's awfully kind of you. I do appreciate that, Jerry. Alright, let's go and have a look at the market and see if I can get hold of. That's really nice of you. Yes. I'm a sucker for swords, so not that much of a sucker, but I am a sucker for swords. What's the Nikana Dax? Oh, apparently I've already got it. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's very kind of you. Well, now I've got a reason to upgrade this thing just so that I can fiddle with something else. Let's go and get that sorted. That should be fairly quick. What I'm assuming that I can go run. Oh, nah, don't want to do that. Here we go. Do I want to? Yeah, let's do it with this. Let's see if this works. Oh, really?
Kill everything you encounter. Do not relent. The integrity of this existence.
efficient. This isn't going to work as well as I would like. Consider this a bit of a test.
Data conduit is open. Go now.
Oh yeah, look.
Come on.
It ranks up even though I'm in flight mode. Good. Actually, that... yeah. I haven't seen Prakash in a while. I ought to check and see if he's alright. Keep wanting to shoot the Uriel's demons.
I have opened a new data conduit. Proceed immediately.
No, they are the original colours, but I intensified them. So the black's got blacker, the red's got redder, that kind of thing. I have no artistic capability, so I simply go with emphasizing the original colours instead. It's easier. That tends to be what I do. So no, that's basically a darker version of the colours. Yeah, no, it's... Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. I'm not sure whether I'm put off or not. No, it's... yeah, it's... I mean, if I was left to my own devices, all my Warframes would be black, because, like I say, I'm unimaginative. When it comes to style or colours, I know my limitations and I try and work around those. Yeah, what I did with I've got a screenshot somewhere. I can't remember if I did stream it. Yes, there's a brief moment where I had a pink Uriel because I thought it was funny.
Data conduit is open.
But actually, what I did with Uriel was I made his blacks blacker. So it looks more like he's carved out of obsidian, but it's a subtle difference. Yeah, so the Uriel I've got is a little bit darker than... And that tends to be what I do. I don't think I've done that with the Gauss. One thing I wish we could have had, they very sensibly didn't give it to us, was when I found out that you could use the helmet to subsume abilities into other Warframes, what I wanted was Titania's flight mode merged with a Gauss Prime. That might have been an overly terrifying combination. But Titania on her own is, yeah. I mean, look, I love this bit. You know, ankle biter mode. You would not want to be one of these guys, and then there's this tiny little ferocious pixie shooting your ankles off. Yeah, that would have been nice. I think it would have been overpowered, but yeah. A Gauss Prime that could fly like Titania. Oh. Yeah, that would have been needlessly terrifying, I think. Oops, sorry.
Enter the conduit now.
Well, today just turned into me having a lot of fun. So apologies to anybody who was expecting something more substantive. Ooh. Yes, pure fun. This is why I say I actually do find Titania Prime in flight mode to be the most enjoyable Warframe I've tried so far, in terms of just general mucking around. Yeah, give me a Titania. Not necessarily on the steel path, mind you, at least not yet. I don't have the mods for that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would want to use a broken... I mean, I don't tell anybody, but I could argue that Titania in flight mode is a bit broken. Although, it is somewhat compensated for by the fact that her machine pistols and melee attack definitely have their limitations. And of course you've got the whole problem that you're constantly gashing for energy orbs. Well, not constantly, I mean...
Enter the conduit now.
Do I want to? Alright. sorry. This is getting endlessly amusing. Getting these great explosions of bits.
Data conduit. Proceed immediately.
It's just me now. All I gotta do is survive this for 2 minutes and I'm out of here. I don't know what it means by efficiency for this.
A new data conduit is open.
Yeah, no.
Our experiment moves to a new zone.
I think I'm done for now. Oh, yeah, I'm particularly seeing us.
Hurry, Hunter. The conduit is closing fast.
Nearly got me killed.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on without you.
Right, so one Nikana maxed out. What time is it? Ooh. Let's go and build. Successor. Yay! Oh, that's interesting. Ah, almost ready to build Sun and Moon. Didn't realise that. Right. Ooh! Hey, hello, Achilles. Yes, you've been a good boy. So actually, I do want to check, see whether... Okay, Prakash has been on. Alright, that's good. And, oh, I haven't seen Pseudo in a while.
Ordis keeps a tidy ship
They're okay.
and is therefore reluctant to allow animals.
Yeah, my son's hasn't been on in 20 days.
Animals do not eat so much as reload.
Alright, well, I haven't seen Prakash in a while, so I just wanted to check, make sure he's okay. Hello, Prakash. Hope all is well with you. And I haven't seen Crystal Wolf in a while. Hello to you too. Alright. So. Oh, let's just check my profile. Let's see. Why didn't ranking up Nikana make any difference? Oh well, never mind. I'll worry about that some other time. Okay, so what am I doing next? Anything? I actually only have a limited amount of time before I actually have to get going with something else. So, let's see. Is there any maintenance updates? I don't think so. So yeah, that'll be ready in an hour or so. That'll be ready by the evening. That'll give me 6,000 points. Its weapon will give me 3. I should be able to make rank 18 today, to be honest, if I'm slightly lucky. I need... Okay, I've got 17 former blueprints. Alright. And I know I've got Orokin cells. Oops, I can't spell. So I've got 31, and I could build another couple, which I won't because there's something else that needs those, and I can't remember what it is. Hydroid I've already built, so I don't need to worry about that. Am I ready to build anything else that I might want? Exceltra Prime I've already got. The only reason I've got some blueprints for that is it's theory being vaulted, so I want to be able to give that to people. I've got an ambassador. I don't know whether I need to hang on to it for anything. Oh. Do I want another Brassen Prime? I mean, I've already mastered it. Is it any use? I am slowly collecting anything which says Prime after it, but I'm not absolutely bonkers about that. I will be collecting. I have a sort of goal. Get the Prime Warframes and their signature weapons. Sort of. But I'm not in a rush to do that. And then I probably won't use them with their signature weapons. It's just nice to have, you know? I don't need another hate. Wait a second. I thought I had some Harrow Prime parts. Oh, I must have built them. I don't have a Harrow Prime blueprint. But I did build a Harrow. I built a Hydroid. I can hear Achilles purring in the background over there. I didn't know. I didn't know that was ready. Didn't know I had an Oregon Catalyst blueprint either. Let's see. I always find it's a good idea to scroll down through here. Saren I've already built. Do I want a stance former? No, I don't. I've got 3, so I don't really need another one. That is something I always need. I say always need. When you need it, if you know what I mean. Do I not have a Valkyr? Did I build a Valkyr? I can't remember. Anybody remember whether I built a Valkyr in the past? I can't remember whether I did. Is there some way of checking to see whether... How can you check to see whether you actually built something already? Oh yeah, okay, I already built a Valkyr. Okay.
Operator, you have foundry items ready.
Claim them now!
At your earliest convenience.
Come on, sweet things. Give it up.
Okay, what have I got left to do
Nora's
here?
got the goods for one lucky dreamer. Who's it gonna be?
Oh, what have I got left to do? That one's going to be difficult. I haven't done bounties in the Orb Valis. I ought to do that. But that one is probably doable. That one's surprisingly easy, despite its elite weekly status there. If you're flying with a Titania Prime, or presumably a Titania, that one's really easy. You just fly. Alright.
That's all we have time for.
Okay, so I think that's actually all I have time for. I will be back in a couple of hours with the Long Dark if you want something different. My scheduling will be up on the farewell screen. So thank you everybody for watching. If anybody wants to leave me a subscribe, that's always nice. Of course, it's always nice. What am I going to say? Please don't leave me a subscribe. I'm not going to say that. So, yep, I've hugged the Kavat. I am done for now. Warframe will return this evening at 7 PM. Again, schedule will be on the end screen. So, thanks everybody. Hope you all have a great day. I will see you all next time.